In the treacherous world of internet fame, what is the ultimate price of friendship? For years, Tana Mongeau and Brooke Schofield built a media empire on the illusion of an unbreakable bond through their canceled podcast. They didn't just share stories, they monetized their trauma, their drama, and their seemingly ride-or-die loyalty. But as this empire begins to crumble and the podcast officially ends, a chilling question emerges. Was any of it real? The official story blames online hate, but the truth appears far darker, woven with threads of strategic betrayal, calculated power plays, and friendships sacrificed for individual ambition. Tonight, we're dissecting the anatomy of a public fallout, exposing how one of the internet's most iconic duos fell apart at the seams. It all started with an announcement that sent shockwaves through their fanbase. The canceled podcast was ending. Brooke Schofield's official reason was that the relentless negativity from the audience had become unbearable, calling the internet a dark world that was not fun for us anymore. On the surface, it's a relatable sentiment for any public figure. But for anyone who has followed Tana Mongeau's career, this explanation feels hollow. Tana is a figure forged in the fires of The truth, many believe, was hiding in plain sight in the very episodes they were filming. Viewers had long pointed out the increasingly frequent passive-aggressive and the jokes that a sting of genuine. The power dynamic had clearly curdled. Tana, the established megastar, and Brooke, a rising talent who was rapidly building her own, more curated brand. Many speculate that Brooke was no longer content playing the sidekick in Tana's chaotic universe and was looking for a clean break. The hate wasn't the cause of the breakup. It was the convenient, publicly acceptable excuse for a business partnership and friendship that had run its toxic course. As the public processed the end of Canceled, a far more personal and venomous drama was unfolding. It centers on two key figures, Paige Lorenzi, one of Tana's longtime best friends, and Bibi, the woman who was, until recently, Brooke Schofield's inseparable other half and personal assistant. After a mysterious falling out between Brooke and Bibi, Paige began to very publicly flaunt a new, blossoming friendship with Bibi. Almost instantaneously, TikTok was flooded with videos of them together, creating the exact kind of bestie content that Brooke and Bibi were once famous for. The message was clear and brutal. Brooke had been replaced. It was seen as a profound betrayal, a power play in the complex social hierarchy of Los Angeles. Tana's response to this was a masterclass in calculated neutrality. She commented that the personal lore between Brooke and Bibi had nothing to do with me, claiming she didn't have the capacity for drama. This detached statement was seen by many not as maturity, but as a strategic move to control the narrative, leaving the audience to wonder if she was an innocent bystander or the silent architect of this social coup. If you think friendships in this world are messy, the business deals are even messier. This is perfectly demonstrated by a massive lawsuit filed by Josh Richards against the billion-dollar soda company, Poppi. This case is a cautionary tale about the influencer as investor trend. Poppi's rise was meteoric, becoming the must-have drink for influencers, and Josh Richards claims he was a crucial part of that early explosion. According to his lawsuit, he made a deal with the company in its infancy, leveraging his massive platform to promote the brand into the stratosphere in exchange for a significant stake in the company. The problem? He alleges that when Poppi was acquired in a blockbuster deal that made its founders incredibly wealthy, his original deal was ignored. The lawsuit accuses Poppi of breach of contract, fraud, and negligent misrepresentation. In essence, he's claiming they used his influence to build their empire and then cut him out of the profits. It's a high-stakes battle that could change how influencer brand partnerships are structured in the future. From alleged corporate deception, we move to a story of outright public fakery. The setting is Las Vegas, at the exclusive XS nightclub. The crowd was treated to what they believed was a surprise performance from none other than Justin Bieber. The energy was electric. People were recording, taking selfies, utterly convinced they were in the presence of pop royalty. The only problem? It wasn't him. An impersonator had orchestrated what the casino called an elaborate and multi-step ruse to fool security and gain access to the stage. He was so convincing that he even tricked the club's DJ, who enthusiastically introduced him as the real Justin Bieber. The imposter was eventually identified and banned for life. But the story remains a hilarious reminder of how easily reality can be manipulated in a world obsessed with the performance of celebrity. Some deceptions are far more personal and venomous, as a secret war between two of music's most revered alternative artists revealed. This is a complex feud between Lana Del Rey and Ethel Kane, whose fan bases often overlap. The conflict appears to have started over a shared ex-boyfriend and a seemingly copied Instagram post. But it escalated into a full-blown war when Lana released a song with lyrics directly targeting Ethel, calling her out for reenacting my Chicago pose. The real bombshell, however, came from Lana's explanation. She claimed her anger wasn't about a photo, but about years of alleged torment. Lana accused Ethel of creating and sharing disturbing and graphic side-by-side images that mocked her weight and appearance. This very serious accusation of body shaming completely reframed the narrative from a petty squabble to something much darker, leaving their loyal fans utterly divided and unsure who to believe. The intense pressure on public figures to control their own narrative can lead to some truly bizarre decisions. Take the case of Andrina from the UK's Love Island. She was relentlessly plagued by online rumors that she had undergone a BBL surgery. In a desperate attempt to silence the critics and prove her body was natural, she posted what she believed was irrefutable evidence: a photo of herself as a baby, wearing a diaper, with a caption challenging the rumors. The public's reaction was not one of vindication, but of sheer bewilderment. The act of using an infant photo to argue about her adult body was seen as unsettling and deeply weird. It highlighted the impossible standard of being perfect yet natural that many celebrities face. In a similar vein of bizarre online moments, we have Bella Thorne, who always seems to enjoy challenging social norms. She created a firestorm after proposing to her fiancé, Mark Ems, a full year after he had already proposed to her. The video she posted instantly divided the internet into two camps. One side was horrified, criticizing her for upending tradition and what they saw as sacred gender roles. The other side, however, celebrated it as a powerful feminist statement, an act of equality and partnership in a modern relationship. Bella, true to form, seemed to enjoy the chaos she had created, laughing off the debate in her stories. The incident sparked a massive cultural conversation about tradition versus modernity, with Bella once again succeeding in her primary mission, making sure the entire world was talking about her. So what can we learn from this whirlwind of chaos? From multi-million-dollar lawsuits to the complete implosion of Tana Mongeau's friend group, a single, uncomfortable theme emerges. In the modern economy of fame, authenticity is a commodity, and loyalty is often temporary. The lines between a genuine friendship and a strategic partnership have become so hopelessly blurred that it's often impossible to tell them apart. The story of Tana Mongeau and Brooke Schofield serves as the ultimate cautionary tale of our time. It leaves us with a final, sobering question. In the relentless pursuit of online fame, how much of your soul do you have to sell to stay in the spotlight?